Wow, that's a loaded question. Loaded question. You know what? I would have loved to. I would have loved to speaking about it so I could answer. So it's not like a bullet shot coming right at my. Um, look, that question can be answered in two ways. What are things that you would modify or redo at the age of 17 had you had the knowledge and wisdom? But
Hmm.
the question is, I was very fortunate that I had a father and a grandfather on both sides, my mother's father and my father's father, both exceptional entrepreneurs with wisdom beyond it. At the age of 12, I was gifted the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
Hmm.
Most kids don't read Dale Carnegie at the age of 12. So I was gifted. So there's not much I would change, but I would give one advice to myself when I was 17. Keep the same speed, Zane. Keep doing everything as you always do. But if you can, get the best accountants and the best attorneys on your side early.
Hmm.
So you keep your accountability in books so early, clean, and like pistol,
Hmm.
precise, that it gives you expansion and growth faster. Because when you don't do bookkeeping so well, you spend off in areas which you don't account for.
Hmm.
I think that's one advice I would give. The other thing is, as I age, and let's say if I'm further down the road when I'm not 17 and I'm now 27 or 37, which I think maybe I started doing that maybe when I was in the late 30s or early 40s. Stop. This is my line today, I tell. Don't chase the cup, chase the finish line.
Hmm.
Don't chase the cup, chase the finish line. What that means is you're running on, getting to the end.
Hmm.
Chase the end result.
Hmm.
The pain that you're trying to solve for the community or the product you're trying to build that solve the pain.
Hmm.
Don't look at the price. Don't look at the exit or how much money I'll make at this.
Hmm.
Many times when your decision is based on money and results, what happens is your outcome goes faster and wants to go achieve faster. However, what you put in is not full 100% throttle. If you chase the finish line, that I want to finish this thing,
Hmm.
you don't let time stop you. You don't let anything. You just go after it and after it.
I think that's great advice. Thank you. Are there any skills you think that are really helpful to young budding entrepreneurs who might not have any, but they kind of want to be on their own? Are there any skills you think that they should really develop and work on?
So there are four things that I'll tell you that it's not skill levels, but habits that you want to form.
Hmm.
If you were to count all the successful people in the world, there are four things that we found as in common with all of them.
Hmm.
They all go to bed early.
Hmm.
They wake up early.
Hmm.
They exercise. And
Hmm.
this one, the last one, they don't eat a lot of carbs because carbs slows you down.
Yeah.
So if you look at all the entrepreneurs in the world, all the successful entrepreneurs,
Hmm.
get up early, go to bed early, they
Hmm.
exercise, and they don't eat a lot of carbs. Now, if you just do that, you're not going to be successful, of course,
Yeah.
right? That alone won't get you. What you have to do, in my habits, you've got to think of the other person, your customer, whoever you're providing service first,
Hmm.
then think of yourself.
Yeah.
So don't chase the money,
Hmm.
the income, or the profit. Look what service you're providing.
Yeah.
Never discount on excellence. So do it as good as you can and then do it a notch better. As good as you can and a notch
Hmm.
better.
Definitely.
Deliver more than you promise.
Hmm. Yeah.
What happens is when you do something that good, they'll go out to tea and they'll be talking with all, what we in South Asian call cup shop. They'll all be sitting, having a cup of tea and chatting. Well, guess what? When they chat, they will forget in the 10 people, and let's say two people you did an amazing job for. You give
Mhm.
them the best price, deliver the best product, and it worked. They needed it at that time. Yet they may forget to talk about it when they're having their gup shop, when they're having a tea or coffee or whatever. They won't even mention your name. But you know what? You mess up.
Mhm.
You give them an overpriced product. They're sitting and having a gup shop, and the first thing is, man, you don't want to deal with what's wrong. She was bad.
Mhm.
Just didn't do the job right. That is more worth more in marketing costs lost to you than an ad in Super Bowl
Mhm.
television,
Yeah.
which is 1 million a minute. I think you pay, or $2 million a minute. That ad, it's worth more than that because that it sits in the room. The other six people will never deal with you. Now, what will happen if they don't say the compliment because you did such a good job?
Mhm.
There will be one time, one day, somebody will say, I have a mess with by this problem. They'll say, hey, listen, last year, I didn't tell you, that day we came for tea? That morning, this girl did an amazing job for me. Here, let me give you a number. Give her a call. And that you can't buy for the $2 million.
Yeah.
Always do better than you can.
Mhm.
Other advice I'll give you is be the first one to admit when you're wrong. Build the best teams and treat your employees right.
Mhm.
Pay them right.
Yeah, that's amazing advice. I'm so glad that you brought that up, especially the whole going beyond expectations, I think is something very powerful, and going that extra mile really does cost so much more in the long run. It's so much more valuable than anything that you could buy. That's an amazing point. Actually, you brought up the whole Dale Carnegie. I read the book when I was 12. That's actually kind of
Really?
funny that, yeah, I think
Wow.
maybe even younger, but I read it a bunch of times in my childhood. I used to like write about it and stuff. So it's so funny that you brought it up that, yeah, you're right, not a lot of younger people read it, but it's an amazing book and it's definitely something that can help at any age.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You're an
Um,
amazing girl.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Is there any kind of last kind of advice that you'd like to give to the younger generation, whether it's in business or in personal life? I think you brought up some amazing points already, but if there's anything else that you'd like to add.
I'm an old fart. I'll turn 66 in June this year, and we're in 2021. If somebody's watching this in 2059, um, it was easy when I went to school. It was easy to get into Harvard, to Yale, to Cambridge, and there were only so many people that had those degrees. For this generation, very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has two masters,
Mm-hmm.
one PhD. Everyone's gone to Harvard, Yale, Cambridge, Oxford, UC. It's tough out there.
Mm-hmm.
The demand is a lot stricter. The delivery is faster, and the time is short.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you one advice:
Mm-hmm.
stay away from the pleasures and put the toil and effort now. You will get the pleasures way beyond in life when you really need them.
Mm-hmm.
For
Yeah.
the youth, I tell you, think of globally. Never discount your vision.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one that I love. Whenever somebody tells me it can't be done, I want to do that.
Yeah, me too.
You know why?
Why?
Don't tell anybody. Secret. Because if I fail, nobody had ever done it. I didn't fail. But what
Mm.
if the slightest chance I do come out successful?
Yeah.
I'm the only one who did it. Never let anybody else tell you it can't be done.
Yeah.
So it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in life, you got to look at globally? Does it hurt anyone?
Yeah.
How many people will it help?
Yeah.
Will it bring peace in the world? Do anything that does say will it bring peace and harmony in the world and love in the world? Don't come out with any product that'll hurt somebody. I would never want to be an owner of a beer company, alcohol company, or a cigarette company. I just want, even
Yeah.
if someone give me $1 billion, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do a vaccine company that doesn't work.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think that's really powerful, especially that whole like if you fail, you don't fail because no one else had done it anyway, so it's not really a big deal. That's such a great way to put it. I really appreciate you bringing that up. And just thank you so much for taking some time out of your day. I know you're very, very busy, and the fact that you took time to sit down and share some amazing wisdom and amazing points. I love talking to you so much. You have such a great vision, and I appreciate it so much. So thank you.
Thank you. And I want to thank you of the pleasure of being you as you are. Thank you for being you. And thank you for everything your words of wisdom that I heard over the weekend when we were there at Bob Berg's school where I met you.
Hmm.
I was just stunned.
Yeah,
I would have, I would have never believed that you are as young as you are.
I appreciate
With
it.
words, if there was a whale there and I just heard it, I would have said, "This is some professor from Stanford or from Yale speaking in the back."
Thank you.
Congratulations, and that's a compliment to your mother
Hmm.
so well and your father that worked so hard.
Thank you.